So, hi Molly, introduce yourself.
I'm Molly Nemechek, also known as Jakface or Enerjack. That's me.
Yep. So, I know you just told me that you are a full-time artist at the moment, right?
Yeah.
You're working towards it?
No, I'm working towards it for sure. Like, I really enjoy doing comics, just any way, shape, or form. That's just making people laugh is what I love doing.
Yeah.
So, just working on that right now.
Okay. So, how long have you been drawing?
Pretty much came out of the womb with a pencil.
Okay.
No, I've been drawing for a long time. I started using Photoshop at grade 8, so I was about 13 years old. That's when Photoshop really started to hit off.
Yeah.
So once I figured out how to work it and how to work a tablet, I was on that. Yeah.
Do you remember the first thing you draw?
The first thing that, well, were probably pictures of my family that were like stick figures when I was like 2. But the first thing that I actually remember me making up like a story of was like about this girl who like buys a car and like it was called Susie Rides a Car, and she was like, I was like 6 years old. Yeah.
But then that's kind of like the first kind of storyline plot comic that you've ever drawn.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the first piece of art that you've ever sold?
First piece of art I ever sold. Probably, actually I sold a lot of stuff to my friends when I was in high school. So a lot of them would like commission like pictures of themselves or their friends, and it'd be like $1 or $2, or it'd be for a can of pop I'll draw you and your friends, like that kind of stuff. I used to sell stuff when I was in school, but officially is usually just commissions online. Is usually the kind of stuff that I sell. Yeah.
And how do you normally go about creating your work? Like, how do you start?
Well, I've been really getting into a lot of just like mainly CG nowadays, where I sketch and ink everything on the computer, like with Photoshop with my tablet. But sometimes I will go back and I will draw, like I'll have like my blue pencil, and then I'll have my regular pencil. Then I'll go in and I'll ink it with like a Copic multi-liner or something, and then I'll erase everything and then scan it into the computer, and then and color it. But, yeah.
So like you do both digital and traditional?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm kind of partial to digital right now, just because it's so easy to do everything, and there's like a whole bunch of undo buttons, and you can't do that with
Control Z.
Control Z.
Somebody should make a T-shirt for that.
Control Z,
Control
my
Z,
life,
please. Yeah. So, what is your main inspiration with the art that you're?
Right now, it's video games. Like, I'm a huge gamer. Like, video gaming is my thing. Whenever I play like a new video game, I'll get so much inspiration and ideas, and I'll just like make a whole bunch of ideas a whole bunch of comments based on that, illustrations and stuff. And people really understand it. So, and I get a lot of ideas from people online who also play the same games as I do. So, I really just like feed off of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite games right now, actually?
What are some of my favorite games?
There's probably like a huge list, right?
Well, right now, over the last 2 months, I've been playing nothing but Dragon Age 1 and 2. So, like, my entire DeviantArt and Tumblr is filled with like Dragon Age art.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's a super awesome game. So, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Doing a lot of comics based on that too. So, I'll probably eventually have something that like that Dragon Age related at MiniComi. So, wouldn't be surprised.
So, have you ever cosplayed before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my first time aside from Halloween, the first time I cosplayed was in 2000. I raided my dad's closet, and I was Reno the Turk from Final Fantasy. It was really funny because he is like extra large, so I was swimming in this thing, and I was like, I'm cosplaying, and one person recognized me. I don't do cosplay anymore.
Oh, okay. So, MiniComi, since there's going to be a lot of cosplayers, is there any cosplay that you are kind of looking forward to probably appearing, or you really want to see?
Oh my god, if I saw Dragon Age cosplay, I would just explode. But I don't know if a lot of people would, do Dragon Age cosplay for a Comic-Con. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff that I would like to see, like a lot of video game, I love video game costumes, so because that's the stuff I recognize the most of. I do have a lot of like favorite anime sets. I would love to see, like Higurashi is an awesome comic / anime that is really awesome. I'd love to see people costume stuff on that, because I would recognize them right away.
Okay, so what are some of the things you're going to be selling at MiniComi mainly?
There's a couple different things. Stuff that I have with me, I have like a sci-fi fantasy comic that I've done a couple of years ago that I have some to sell. I have a fairy tale book that I made. It has a little bit of geeky inspiration. It's also very cute. It's called The Princess and the Unfortunate Promise. There is I have some sketchbook collections, so it's just like a collection of like sketches. And I'm hoping to unveil a couple of new stuff at MiniComi. One of them is a work in progress. It's called Woohoo, like as in like woohoo. And it's that's kind of like my urban story with a lot of like graffiti styles, and it's more like a Scott Pilgrim meets Napoleon Dynamite story. I'm really excited about it. My friend is helping me write it, so it's gonna be awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
It sounds great already. Like, I always thought that Scott Pilgrim somehow, like when people say Scott Pilgrim, I'm like, what? Napoleon Dynamite? Can you say that again?
I know, Napoleon Dynamite was just like sort of like, you know, low brow, sort of just like, you know, geeky sort of like high school humor. But it was awesome. Like, it was really funny. Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to seeing it at MiniComi. So that's about it. So
yay!